Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, big suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by... Let's get this thing started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will go to work first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he's making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game.
There he goes. Attack. Touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. And
the extra point makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Unloads quickly. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. The RPO fired complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Green. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the option. Quick toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
It'll be 3rd and long. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got...
Unleashes one deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Green. It's caught. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So first down here as they go back to work. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. It's Parks. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. You say, why not throw it beyond the sticks? Sometimes you just need to give the punt team some space. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air. It's Green. It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Hill. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. To the air on first down. Escapes the sack. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking downfield, it's Green. Got it! They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Absolutely center cut. This is now a 7-point game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 13 over Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Back open in the middle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Dropping back, it's Green. Fires left. He makes the catch. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back. in Razorback Stadium.
And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Fields. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game up.
The ball is out behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Green. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a...
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Past the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. will come onto the field again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll go back to the ground. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking for a man. It's Green. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. The corners are walked up tight. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Now this offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run it out of the shotgun, fighting off the defender.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short.
Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's the handoff. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chain. Run right there. Now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback. It's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush. Sometimes it's a 3-man rush. Sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front seven, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
On the move. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Green. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. Now the toss. There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he will house it.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Finds a man on the left. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Got a man. It's Blake. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll try the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Looking for a man. It's Green. caught in the backfield. It's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Clapp. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And it's Gramb for the late touchdown. And how about this? Not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. The give as they work on that clock. Oh my goodness, he's still stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now this team has consecutive